Once you are happy with the general shape of the head, then it's time to start going in and working on the details. For example, here I need to start figuring out the nose. So I decided to work with the brush tool to brush and build up the raised areas of the nose, and then I left the areas where I wanted the nostrils lower. I could also go back in with my pinch tool and make those indentations more noticeable. Remember, after you have made your edits, please take time to use the smooth tool to make it have a more finished look, to make it feel more part of the sculpture. Another way to form the nostrils is by using the twist tool. So you would set the radius to whatever size you would like, and then if you go off center, you can take and click and rotate it to create a little bit of that twisting motion that you would see maybe within a nostril. And then you could take and use the smooth tool. I'm going to make my brush size a little bit smaller here, and I can take and just kind of smooth out around the nostrils. And so if you look, that kind of gives another nose shape as well that you could do. And if I wanted it to be a little bit more in line here, I could take and smooth out areas or pinch areas to make it feel more like the nose. So that's another nose technique that you could try as well. If you're wanting the nose to be the nostrils to be really defined, you could also use the brush tool. Again, make a smaller radius, and then you can hold the Alt key to just remove the clay. Whoops, not there. Remove the clay to create kind of that nostril shape as well. But again, make sure you always go back in and do a little bit of smoothing there to help it feel a little bit more like the shape that you would like. When creating the mouth, there are a couple different tools that you can work with. Crease was the tool that I started to work with first, which creates that indentation. Now be careful, the direction of your line can create what kind of mood you want. So here, when I curve the lines up, it gives it kind of a happy face. If I want it to be more animal, I might just keep it more of a flat line. You can also see I'm working with the inflate tool here to inflate the upper and lower lips. However, as I was working with this, I wasn't quite happy with the way that it was looking. To me, the nose and the mouth didn't quite feel right for the sculpt. And so I continued to try out some different options, but I ended up reshaping the nose because I felt like to match kind of the point that the back of the head went to, I should do something similar with the front, and I ended up creating more of a beak sculpt for the front of the head. So now I needed to go back in and add nostrils, so I reduced the radius of my brush, and then I held the Alt key to remove that area. Then I went back over it with the Crease tool to make it more defined. Then I used the Crease tool to recreate the mouth, since I had altered it so much that I lost it the first time. I can also go back in with the Smooth or the Pinch tool to make it more defined.